Hello, high-level listeners. Thanks so much for joining us for a new video style here that we wanted to call Survival Travel English. We think you'll really enjoy this one if you're going to be traveling and speaking English on your travels.
Yes, that's right. And in this new format, we're going to give you lots of useful and natural sounding questions that you can ask when you're traveling in an English speaking part of the world to help you in restaurants, on flights, in hotels, museums, and asking for directions.
So the really great thing about this new type of video is that we'll give you the same question in 3 different levels: beginner, intermediate, and kind of a more natural native speaker question style as well. So all 3 questions will have the same meaning, but each one will sound a little more natural, be a little bit longer, and sound a little bit more familiar and impressive to native speakers.
Yes, but if you prefer only to use the beginner version, that's totally fine. But if you want to push your English skills to the next level, then see if you can repeat or remember the intermediate or the advanced versions too. Like always, to help your studies even more, you can join us as a high-level listening member if you click on the link in the description. Then you can get a PDF transcript of this episode and all our other episodes so you can read all of these questions on paper, and that'll help you remember them too.
So let's get started. The first set of questions will be for at the restaurant. So we'll read each question once. From me, I'm the American voice here on High Level Listening, and Mark will be the British voice. So you can practice after whichever accent you find the best, okay? So let me start. We're going to be asking for some water. Can I have some water, please?
Can I have some water, please?
The next level. Could I get a glass of water, please?
Could I get a glass of water, please?
Now the highest level. Do you mind bringing me a glass of water when you have a moment?
Do you mind bringing me a glass of water when you have a moment?
The next one is asking for a recommendation. What do you recommend?
What do you recommend?
What dish would you recommend?
What dish would you recommend?
What's the go-to dish here? Is there a local specialty or a house favorite?
What's the go-to dish here? Is there a local specialty or a house favorite?
Next, we're going to be asking for the bill. You can use bill or check. Check is quite often used in the United States. Can I have the bill, please?
Can I have the bill, please?
Could I get separate checks, please?
Could I get separate checks, please?
Could I settle the bill whenever you get a chance?
Could I settle the bill whenever you get a chance?
Now, if you're concerned about some of the ingredients inside of a dish, this is a good question to ask. What's in this?
What's in this?
Can you tell me what's in this dish here?
Can you tell me what's in this dish here?
Does this dish have anything like nuts or dairy that I should know about?
Does this dish have anything like nuts or dairy that I should know about?
Now, if you don't eat meat and you need to ask for a vegetarian option, do you have vegetarian food?
Do you have vegetarian food?
Do you offer any vegetarian options?
Do you offer any vegetarian options?
Could you point me toward the best vegetarian options on the menu?
Could you point me towards the best vegetarian options on the menu?
Now, if you ordered the wrong thing and you want to make a change, oh, sorry, can I change my order?
Sorry, can I change my order?
Is it possible to change my order?
Is it possible to change my order?
Would it be too late if I changed my order?
Would it be too late if I changed my order?
All right, now we're going to the airport and we're going to be asking about our flight. Is the flight on time?
Is the flight on time?
Hi, can you tell me if the flight is on schedule?
Can you tell me if the flight is on schedule?
Any updates on whether the flight's still on time or not?
Any updates on whether the flight's still on time or not?
Now, let's ask about your bags or your luggage. How many bags can I take?
How many bags can I take?
How many bags are allowed for this flight?
How many bags are allowed for this flight?
Could you confirm the baggage and weight allowance, please?
Could you confirm the baggage and weight allowance, please?
Now let's talk about your seat on the airplane. What's my seat number?
What's my seat number?
Could you tell me which seat I'm in?
Could you tell me which seat I'm in?
Would you mind double checking my seat assignment for me?
Would you mind double checking my seat assignment for me?
Now we're asking about if you get a meal inside the plane. Do you serve food on the flight?
Do you serve food on the flight?
Will there be meals served during the flight?
Will there be meals served during the flight?
Could you let me know if there'll be any meals served during the flight?
Could you let me know if there'll be any meals served during the flight?
Now let's talk about the boarding time. When do we board?
When do we board?
What time does boarding start?
What time does boarding start?
What groups have been announced for boarding?
What groups have been announced for boarding? So the next set of questions is about directions. This is where you are asking for help and directions. This first set of questions is if you're asking for the bathroom. We'll use bathroom in the UK. In the United States, they might say restroom or bathroom as well. So you can ask, where's the bathroom?
Where's the bathroom?
Can you tell me where the nearest bathroom is?
Can you tell me where the nearest restroom is?
Could you point me to the nearest bathroom, please?
Could you point me to the nearest restroom, please?
The next set is asking for walking directions. If you want to walk somewhere, you can ask, how do I walk there?
How do I walk there?
Could you tell me how to get there on foot?
Could you tell me how to get there on foot?
If it's possible, what's the best way to get there on foot?
If it's possible, what's the best way to get there on foot?
The next questions are asking for the time that it takes to get there. For example, how long does it take?
How long does it take?
How long will it take to get there?
How long will it take to get there?
Do you have a rough idea of how long it'll take to get there?
Do you have a rough idea of how long it'll take to get there?
So maybe you're traveling and you want to visit a specific landmark or a specific place. You can ask help getting there with these questions. Where's the museum?
Where's the museum?
Can you help me find the museum?
Can you help me find the museum?
Do you direct me towards the museum or another nearby landmark?
Could you direct me toward the museum or another nearby landmark?
Final set, if you're asking for directions with public transport, like the bus. Which bus do I take?
Which bus do I take?
Which bus or train goes to the city centre?
Which bus or train goes to the city center?
Which bus or train would get me there the quickest?
Which bus or train would get me there the quickest?
Okay, so we'll do another set of questions now. This one, or these ones, are all based around being in a museum. So if you're traveling, you're likely to visit a place like this. These questions can easily be adapted to other attractions like amusement parks, museums, and other places. The first set of questions is about ticket prices. The basic one, how much is a ticket?
How much is a ticket?
Can you tell me the price of admission?
Can you tell me the price of admission?
Can you tell me how much tickets are and if there are any discounts available?
Can you tell me how much tickets are and if there are any discounts available?
If you want to ask about the opening hours, you can ask, when is the museum open?
When is the museum open?
Could you tell me when the museum's open?
Could you tell me when the museum is open?
Do you know if there's a list of opening and closing times for the museum?
Do you know if there's a list of opening and closing times for the museum?
So maybe at the museum, you want to take a tour. You could ask, do you have tours?
Do you have tours?
Are guided tours available?
Are guided tours available?
Are there any guided tours happening? And if so, when's the next one?
Are there any guided tours happening? And if so, when's the next one?
At the museum, you might ask about the exhibits or the things they are showing at the museum. You can ask, what exhibits do you have?
What exhibits do you have?
Can you tell me which exhibits are on display?
Can you tell me which exhibits are on display?
Are there any special exhibits I shouldn't miss?
Are there any special exhibits I shouldn't miss?
And last one in this group, some museums have strict rules about photography or taking photos, especially with big cameras and flashes. So you can ask, can I take pictures?
Can I take pictures?
Is photography allowed in the museum?
Is photography allowed in the museum?
Are there any rules about photography inside the exhibits?
Are there any rules about photography inside the exhibits? All right, for our final place, we'll be asking questions at the hotel. So our first one, we're going to be asking about amenities, all those extras that you get when you check into the hotel. Do you have a pool?
Do you have a pool?
What amenities does the hotel offer?
What amenities does the hotel offer?
Are there any amenities available, like a pool or a gym?
Are there any amenities available, like a pool or a gym?
Now, when you arrive at the hotel, you check in, and when you leave the hotel, you check out. So sometimes you can change the time a little bit. When is checkout?
When's checkout?
Time is checkout tomorrow?
What time is checkout tomorrow?
Could you remind me of the checkout time and let me know if there's any wiggle room?
Could you remind me of the checkout time and let me know if there's any wiggle room?
Wiggle room means that there's a little bit of flexibility in the time. Okay, very important. Let's ask about Wi-Fi. Is there Wi-Fi?
Is there Wi-Fi?
Does the hotel provide free Wi-Fi?
Does the hotel provide free Wi-Fi?
Is Wi-Fi included in the room? And if so, what's the password?
Is Wi-Fi included in the room? And if so, what's the password?
Okay, so let's talk about some tourist attractions that might be close by or nearby. What's nearby?
What's nearby?
Are there any attractions or restaurants near the hotel?
Are there any attractions or restaurants near the hotel?
Any local spots or attractions nearby that you'd recommend?
Any local spots or attractions nearby that you'd recommend?
All right, and finally, if you're hungry, you might want to order room service. Can I order food?
Can I order food?
Is room service available?
Is room service available?
Do you offer room service? And could you tell me what's available to order?
Do you offer room service? And could you tell me what's available to order?
All right, so there you have it. Lots and lots of useful questions you can ask in 3 different levels for a range of important situations in your survival travel English. So, what was your favorite question from this episode? Were any of them new for you? Were you able to kind of level up a little bit from those basic sentences to more complicated ones? Let us know in the comments below. We read and reply to every single message.
Yes, we do. It's a great chance to practice with 2 experienced native English teachers. So get in touch and let us know also if there are any other travel situations where you needed help with what to say in English. We might read your comment and make a video about that in the future. And like always, you can get a PDF transcript of this episode. I think it would be very useful this time because you could see the 3 levels of questions written down. You can download the file and take it offline to study on your own. Again, you can get that by joining us as a member in the link in the description below.
Thank you so much, everybody. If you really enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our YouTube channel. And thank you so much. We'll see you again very soon for a brand new video here on High Level Listening. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.